Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So before we start with the tutorial, I wanted to tell you a couple of things that I noticed and, discoveries that I made since the last video. And I hope you can tell a difference in this video. Maybe. I hope so, because after I uploaded my last video, I really noticed that the quality I upload on YouTube is not on the same level as it looks like when I film it and then edit it in my computer. And I was like, okay, what's going on? Because I know that uploading it to YouTube, you use a little bit of the quality, but it was getting really bad. And I was like, damn, like, no, God, please, no, no! This is not normal. And so what I noticed was that other people were talking about it too. So YouTube apparently is using two different softwares to upload videos onto their platform. One is for the generic content creator and one is for the peak of the iceberg, like the top content creators, the ones with millions of subscribers, as well as people who upload in videos in 4K and 8K. So I was like, okay, so first of all, frustrating for small content creators who already struggle getting noticed and creating momentum and following. On top of that, having then shitty quality apparently, because YouTube decides that your content is not worth getting the best quality. So there's ways of tricking the system into thinking your video is higher quality. So to be able to do that, I actually have to use now a different editing program. And usually I use iMovie, what is free, that came with my computer. I bought an Apple, so why not? And I'm not making money off this channel, so it's really hard to justify spending all of this money into a new mic and new camera and new computer, and then on top of this a $300 program. But I'm using Final Cut Pro right now because I found a 90 days trial, so I'm giving it 3 months, and hopefully you guys see the difference in quality, and then also on top of that, hopefully that will generate more traffic to my channel and justifies for me to spend another $300. But if I see that more people are coming and coming to this channel and discovering me, and I will do my part by uploading regularly and trying to upload as much as possible, then I will justify it. And hopefully from now on, the quality that you see right now is the quality you will get, and maybe even better at one point. But before we now lose so much time in talking about softwares and stuff like that, I mean, like, there's great channels out there for that too, but that's not what I'm doing here. I'm actually doing makeup. So I will go ahead and block off my brows off camera, put on my wig cap, and then we go and do the rest together. Alright guys, now that I look all gorgeous, I already went ahead and I put a little bit on the Kryolan HD primer. And next I'm going in with the pore refining stick from MAC just around the nose, getting me to look extra smooth, and also underneath my eyes, because I do have like this little wrinkle right here. So as usually I start on the top and go my way down, still using the Kryolan TV paint stick in 4W, and just on my forehead, and blend it in with the Beauty Blender. And in the center, I'm using a little bit of 070, but it's just the white. And I have 2 sponges because I have my white on here and then my skin color on this one to make that blend really perfect. Now on an angle brush, I'm just using from the contour palette this lightest shade here, because I do want a more softer brow for today, and I'm using cream for my brows. Now I'm taking a little bit of the 070 on my sponge to just give me a little bit more of an ombre on the center. And to define the brow from the bottom, I'm taking the 070 TV paint stick on a flat brush. This is a Morphe M432. And then I'm cleaning up the bottom part of my brow. I'm just taking my finger to kind of like blend the bottom part of this highlight. Alright, now I'm using the Kryolan translucent powder just to set this in place. And then I take off all the excess powder. So because this is the hair that I'm actually using later on, look at her. Isn't she everything? So happy. You have no idea. I want to find some shadows to match the kind of like rose dust purplish vibe. So I was like actually looking for shadows to go with the vibe, and it's really hard because a lot of the purples are more blue toned, or it's not this like warm, like beetroot rosy kind of color. It's really hard to find, but I think a good color to go with is this one from my self-made palette. This one is Plum Dressing. It's been discontinued from MAC, so sorry if you really want this shadow, like it's not existing anymore. But I think this is this perfect mixture of rose and purple. So I'm taking it in my crease. No on Morphe M441. I'm using this color right here. This is called the Bling. Again, I think that's discontinued, but just like a light pinkish color. And I'm using it on the edge to kind of like buff that out and blend it out even further. Now from the Life is a Drag palette, I'm using the white, what is called Cake Face. This will be the highlight color underneath the brow. And then just using the same brush that I used for the Bling and blend that in. Now to clean up my eyelid, I'm using just a flat brush. This was from the LC collection. Who remembers that? But I love the brushes. This one is the MAC 578 SES brush. Not available regularly, but you could use a 242. Just a flat, slightly rounded at the top brush, and I'm using Painterly. And then this will be to just clean up the eyelid and then get a little bit more of a bigger eyelid space. So for the next step, I'm actually super excited because I'm using a color I looked at for many weeks now and I haven't used it yet. It's called Pride. It's from the Nikki Tutorials palette. I'm just using my finger because I know those like shimmery shades are super soft. Ah! Are you kidding me? I mean, come on. This is gorgeous. Nikki, you crazy bitch.
Use your mouth.
Oh yes. All of this. All of this. And on a pencil brush, I'm using Ivy. What is just this frosty silver color. And I used it before. It's really intense as well. And this goes on to the inner corner to give me more of a highlight and a pop there. All right, next we're going into Slasher. What is this beautiful warm eggplant? It's perfect actually. And this will be the outer corner color, smokiness, kind of like starting with the smokiness. And I have to say, like, this Nikki palette became really quick one of my favorites because it has just a really amazing color selection. So don't sleep on it. Ooh, I haven't done a warm purple eye in a hot minute and I'm living. Jesus. All right, I go quick off camera, do the other side just like that, and then we will continue with the makeup. All right, I just added a liner as well as a little bit of black and a black liner in the crease to give this a little bit more. Now I go in with the 070 all the way through the center. And now I go in with the 4W on the rest. This is a little bit deeper than my actual skin color because we are still in winter in Germany. So I pull it all the way down. Now it's all about just blending it out. And now to set it, I'm using TL6 and then also TL1 translucent powder. So it's a mixture of like a, has a lot of color, but then also translucent powder mainly. And then we're setting the bottom part of our face. Right, and removing the excess powder. Now to push the contour and highlight further, I'm going in with powders. Now first I'm going in with taupe. This is this really ashy contour color. It's great for my complexion, and I choose to not go in with creams this time because last time I did use creams, what I noticed is that in the lace it got really stuck in it. So I'm trying to find ways to get the contour and the dramatic contour that I need, and without ruining all of my laces from the wigs. And I'm also using the 275 brush, what is the angled fluffy brush, and this will be for the nose contour, and I'm using taupe, the same color. Now to push the contours on my side of the face even further, I'm using shadowy, what is this really deep contour color. And I'm just using it on the outer part of my face. Now for blush, I'm also mixing two colors. I'm using a little bit of Fleur Power, but there's this one right here with Fever from MAC. Those are more pinkish berry kind of colors, but this one by itself is a little bit deep, so I'm using a mixture of both. Now to give me a little bit of baking, I'm using a Snow Velvet Loose Powder. This one from Soft Velvet Loose Powder in Snow from NARS. Who remembers this? Like, I remember everybody was raving about it 5 years ago, and it's a really good powder. Still it is. So I can just use this and clean up sides of my nose, because it has a lot of color to it. And I'm also will use this to sharpen a little bit my contour of my cheeks. Alright, while this bakes, I go in with my 070 one more time, and this one is a Sigma E05 brush. It's a liner brush, but it's pretty big. But what I do with that is I just want to give my nose a little more pinch. Next, I go in with Glazed Donut. I didn't really like it for like my everyday makeup, but maybe for drag it will look stunning. So let's give it another go. Oh yeah, for drag it's fine. For drag it's good. Right before I continue, I kick off the bake because I don't want it to sit there too long. So for my brows, I do my usual, go in with the Shape and Shade brow tint and do a couple of brush strokes. I like myself a good smoky eye, so let's go in with a black liner in the waterline. I'm going back into Slasher one more time to smoke out the bottom of my lash line, and I'm going in with just a 239 brush. It's just a flat brush. I'm using the tip. And I'm going pretty low because, you know, it's drag. And I'm going in with my 217 to just blend it out. And I do that a couple of times. And to smoke out even further, I'm going in with black. And to keep my eyes open, I want to go in with the Dazzle liner in Status Quo. It's just the silver liner, and I'm just using it on the inner corner to keep that open. Alright, off camera, I will just curl my lash, put on mascara, and I'm using those lashes. I will have to link them because I don't remember exactly the style, but I bought them at Bam Bam Wigs. It's a German drag queen. Her name is Katie Bam, and she does great wigs as well as sells lashes, so I will use those, and then I see you in just a second. Alright, we're slowly getting there, but lips is the final step, and I want to do a matchy monochromatic look because I like this kind of style. So I'm using the House of Labs Rest in Peace lip liner in Slayer. It's like a plumish dark purple, and then I'm using the Retro Matte Liquid Lipstick in Metallic Rose. But first, let's prime the lips. And this is drag, so we will draw some huge lips. Alright guys, and setting spray fix plus 2, set everything, and a fan. So, you know, you can cool down because you're looking gorgeous. Alright, and I will go off camera and put on my wig, a little outfit, a little jewelry, and I'll see you in just a second. Alright guys, and this is the final result. As always, at the end of the video to say goodbye, you see the full glamour, the full drama, the full beauty.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend, and she is the moment.
Gorgeous. Like, honestly, I keep on looking at the viewfinder because I personally think I look so stunning. And nobody can see me looking like this. That's the sad part, honestly. So if you want to support me, please go ahead, subscribe to this YouTube channel, ring the little bell so you get notified whenever I upload, and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me, and it takes you a second and doesn't cost you a thing. Now, that's it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section as always. And now I will go eat lunch looking like this and feel my oats. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. Thank you. And until I see you next time, as always, auf Wiedersehen und bis zum nächsten Mal.